The difference between science and religion. That's the title of the video that I will be watching today. This is by a channel called Explore God. I have never come across this channel before until it was suggested here. This is from 2013, so this is a while back, this video. But without further ado,
I'm a geek and a nerd by heart. I love the technical aspects of things, you know. I, as a kid, tore apart clocks and built radios and love that kind of stuff. And I think it would be very hard for me if I saw science and religion at odds with each other. MIT is a little bit different in that you are trained to look for the one answer as fast as you can, right? And you take your tests. They're all science or math questions that have actual answers to them. And so you're just trying to do that as fast as you can. So you're trained to look for the one answer. And in some ways that sort of primes you a little bit to look for an answer when it comes to life and faith.
so if I heard it correctly, he is studying in MIT, is it?
There actually are a lot of people who are...
So he is a campus minister. So minister is once this is Christianity, right? Minister is from which sect? I don't know, but
are religious. It's fascinating how many religious groups there are on campus. I think it has something to do with the institution too. The scientists there are a lot of people who follow God. There are a lot of people who are spiritual. I think a lot of that is because they're studying the cosmos. They're studying creation. They're looking around at all the data of the world, and that leads them to believe that something out there must have created this. It's a beautiful world. I would imagine that it would allow places of worship over test tubes and measurements because you're seeing how neatly and beautifully things are designed. Whereas at other liberal arts colleges or colleges across the river or up the street, where you're studying people and mankind and societies, and you can see when you're studying each other and the stuff that we do to each other and the junk that we're part of, that it'd be easy to lose sight of who God might be. It'd be easy to lose sight that God might exist because you're studying us. But yeah, at MIT, I don't really see science and religion being at odds with each other. They just deal with different things. I really think that science deals with the how, the mechanics, how things work, and religion deals with the why, the purpose, the meaning, the stuff behind it. So they shouldn't really contradict. If all of this is God's truth, and if this really is God's world, then let the scientists dig deeply to see what's there, because they're just showing us how things work. And let the theologians and the pastors and spiritual people, let them figure that stuff out there, because they're helping us with purpose and meaning. They're different realms. And the problem is when one starts crossing into the other, you know, where you have scientists, because of the way they see evolution working out on our planet, and then they take the leap from there to say that God doesn't exist because of what they found here. They've just crossed the line. They're not staying within their realm. And when theologians then, like, you know, back in the Middle Ages, when they were arguing that the Earth is the center of our solar system based on what they were reading in the scriptures, well, then they jumped as well. They took a book that was supposed to help us with purpose and meaning and tried to make science say something else. That's where religion jumps its space. But if you fundamentally let the fields do what they're meant to do, then you can have scientists who are practicing faithful spiritual people. You can have theologians who are studying, who figure out what's going on in the sciences, but they respect the limits of each of the realms. And in that way, I think they absolutely go together, because both speak of a different kind of truth. But you need both kinds of truth in our world to continue to find both how things work as well as how we're supposed to live. And so I just see them as going like two wings of the same airplane.
Okay, so interesting. I'm assuming it is not clear, but from the beginning, the way he described what he feels, I assume he is in the science field, right? Where in MIT, when he says those things, right, they have to find the answer, etc. So I assume he is from the science field. But as well, he is a minister, is it? Right. So yeah, so he is also focusing on a certain aspect of the religion part. Anyway, generally what is being said is I think most people in whatever religion accept that, in the sense of the main focus of both discipline is about different thing, right? However, I do agree also that it is not mutually exclusive, in the sense that both comes from the same creator, right? The one, all of this that we can explain or even yet to explain by science comes from the creator, as well as the teachings comes from the same creator, right? The true teaching, of course, right? Just like in science, we don't accept pseudoscience as science. Similarly, in terms of the true teaching of the creator, the pseudo religion or the pseudo teaching, or what, I don't know what, false religion, is not from the creator. It's the only true religion that is from the creator, right? So if both are from the same creator, the true teachings and the true scientific reality, then both can never contradict each other, right? Because it's created by the same creator, and both are the truth, right? So I do agree to a certain degree about people jumping from one discipline to another that he is not well versed in. It creates a problem, right? However, in the example that he mentioned about the world become the center, etc., if a certain religious text actually specifically technically said as such, it creates a problem, because how can the creator that knows the reality says a certain thing that contradicts the creation itself, that the creator himself created, right? So anyway, so but I think here the main focus of him doing this video is just to say, especially I think especially for those from the science background, not to outright reject religion just because, and the example mentioned is evolution, right? So and normally that is where it is quite challenging to find common ground, because it contradicts the creation of Adam, right? So if you accept the conclusion made here, can you still accept this one as well, right? Is it can it exist together, these two concepts? So other than that, normally you don't see direct contradiction, but that aspect is quite interesting to go in depth in, right? But anyway, so that is the video back in 2013 by this person here. Yeah, I will not go into more detail in this video. It does require certain other video, I think, if we want to go in depth in this concept. But anyway, thank you for watching. What do you think about this? Do you agree, disagree? Let me know. Thank you for watching. See you next time.